Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to, oh shit. I almost forgot. Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. I forgot it's Bears Victory Monday. What was I thinking? I don't care if it's preseason. It's Bears Victory Monday. Shit. You know what? I got to change my shirt. Damn it. I completely forgot. Anyway, it's House Music Monday, so I had to get the House Music shirt on, but it's Bears Victory Monday, and that takes precedence over everything. So on next commercial break, you damn right I'm going to switch shirts and get my Bears Victory Monday t-shirt rocking. Hey, listen, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, excellent! And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I try to do? Let me tell you what I try to do. I try to make it nice and easy. Keep it all one handle, but these damn hackers got me. So Facebook is Shawn.Sierra.2025. Twitter is at ShawnSierra33, but my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok all at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So leave a question or comment on the platform you're watching it on. It'll come up here in a thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Bring it, Scrub fans. Bring it. Bring it. Ain't no love lost this week. None. Let's check out the chat. My man Cornelius Squall's checking in. It's the top of the morning, Shawn Sports Zoners. We want more Jamry Chroma, a.k.a. Jamrock. Let's go. My man Rick Gonzalez checking in. He says, next up to get swept is those hand-holding bathroom cup fans. You're damn right. They're going to go sing Kumbaya after they get their ass beat. We're sorry. Hold hands. We're sorry. We need help. Southside Stand Up FGB. Hashtag F visiting Wisconsin. My man Black Diamond is in the house. What's up, Bob? What's up, Popeyes? Like top of the morning, gang. FGB, Chroma, Vandenberg, Ahmed, all flash. But who really impressed me was Beanie Bishop Jr. I'm good with them. Granted, they were gimmies, but you still got to catch them. I don't anticipate him picking off a lot of passes or even but listen, they threw them to you. You got to make the play. He made the plays twice. Good job. Black Diamond, listen, Black Diamond, say no to drugs, especially this early in the morning, bro. What are you doing? Say no to drugs. And Rick, we about to beat y'all like a fatherless child. Man, you better stop. You better stop with that nonsense. Southside Lumber Company is coming up north. We coming up north. Mr. Southside himself was up on a House Music Monday. It's a House Music Bears Victory Monday. See, I got the Bears Victory chain on today. We're practicing. I don't care if it is preseason. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, my man, Jay Grizz from the city of brotherly love. What up, what up, what up? SuperBack and Sports Zoners. He's like, bear down. Man, good to see you, Jay Grizz. King Book of World's in the house. Salute everyone. King Book of World. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. Junior. I hope you guys had a great birthday for Dito. I saw some pictures. Pretty cool. Happy birthday again. Happy birthday was the other day to Armando Emeterio Lara IV. And I'll tell you what, that's some cool shit. When you have 4 generations, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. 4 generations, that's pretty dope. I love it. I love it. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Man, we got a lot to talk, and I am fired up to talk about them. Man, Cubs had a tough weekend. A tough weekend. Man. But they're coming home to the friendly confines. They're coming home to defend their home turf. They are fighting for the division. They still have a shot at the division. But to play in the wild card standings, dude, they're 5 games up in the wild card. You're 5 games back from Milwaukee, but you play them quite a few times, and you can change that quickly. Change that quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't worry. Flavor vision ain't blurry. Foster Covers in the house. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. I'll tell you what. Ben Johnson is he's trying to whoop everybody's ass. He don't care. Ben Johnson is taking the Jimmy Johnson approach. And the Jimmy Johnson approach is this. This is the Jimmy Johnson approach. He said, it's not my job to stop me from scoring. It's yours. That is the Ben Johnson mantra. That is the Ben Johnson mantra. That might be a new t-shirt. Oh, man. I'm telling you. In a preseason game, 34 points, throwing the ball late. I'll tell you what he's doing. What he's doing is creating the mindset. What he's doing is saying, hey, when we go in every week, when we go in, we're going in. It's all gas, no brakes. Because what happens is you start, when people see you scoring a lot of points, a couple of things happen. One, your confidence raises. But two, your opponents see you doing the same thing, see you scoring a lot of points, and they're like, whoa. And they look at it as a challenge. But some people, depending on how long you're able to hold that level of play, maintain it, they're like, oh, shit. Just because they're in the NFL doesn't mean that some guys won't have that uncertainty about them. A lot of guys have the same fears as everybody else at every level. And I'll tell you what, the way the season finished last year, I'm telling you, Coach Ben Johnson has got these boys fired up. And I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience as a player and as a coach. When you finish the season off with unfinished business like the Bears did last year, they had the ball with a chance to score, driving with a chance to score. All they needed was a field goal, and we're out to the NFC Championship game. Excuse me. They have a lot of unfinished business. And I'll tell you what, they are on a mission. I'm telling you, they are on a mission. They do not look at themselves as the hunted anymore. They are the hunters still. That is the mentality that they have. And you got to understand, you're not going to surprise anybody. But what's going to happen is you are on a mission. And when you are focused on that mission, you're still hunting. Because you can't be the hunted. I mean, you can be the hunted in the division, but you're the hunters for the Super Bowl. So anyone's in your way, you're out to attack. I'm telling you, from playing on good teams to coaching good teams, here's what I'm telling you. There's a mentality that they are not going to ease up. There's no mercy. Ask no quarter, give no quarter. There is no mercy. I'm telling you right now, August 17th, 2026, there will be quite a few games where Caleb Williams is taken out in the fourth quarter. Oh, we're done. Tyson Bagent, go get you some stats. Backup offensive lineman, backup receivers, go get you some stats. Let me see what you can do. It's going to be a few games where they take Caleb out in the fourth quarter. And what happens is you go in there and you say, you need to keep that competitive level where it is. Just because you're second team, you can't take your foot off the gas. You cannot. You cannot ease up. If I see you ease up, you won't play. You go to the practice squad. Jay Grizz, I didn't even see. So we're talking about that's how you get your backups reps, keep your foot on the gas pedal. That's exactly right. To borrow a quote from Mike Tomlin, the standard is the standard. Yes, Junior, I do. We do. Jr. says, you and I know how it feels to be in a high-scoring offense. Yes, we do, Doctor. Yes, we do. I'm telling you, 06 season, when I won a national championship with the Thunder, we had 10 games. 10 games. And I sat out the equivalent of 2.5 games because we were up so much. Had 1,000 yards rushing. I don't know if I led the league in rushing touchdown. I think I might have. I was the league MVP that year. We went down to the national championship game in Florida. I was the national championship MVP. Had a tutty. But in the regular season, in those 10 games, I sat out an equivalent of 2.5 games. 10 quarters I sat out. That's literally the fourth quarter of every game is what it came out to. Because we were all business. And that's what this Bears team reminds me of. Business. Straight business. Nothing personal. This ass whooping we're about to give you, nothing personal. I'm fired up about it. I love it. I love what Ben has done. I love the mentality, the focus that this team has. I love it. I love it. You know, this is the way to play, and this is the way to coach. Now it gets a little different once you win a title. If you let it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But this is the mentality that you have to get to a title. Because what Ben Johnson said a couple of months ago, and the media kind of laughed at him. Some of the fans laughed at him or dismissed it. He said last year can do nothing for this year. It's a new season. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But we can't live off of last season. We can't. We can't live off of last season. And you have to go into every year with that hunger and that desire. Jerry Rice, I told you this story before. I'll say it again. Jerry Rice went into the mindset. This is the greatest receiver of all time, arguably. Him or Moss. If Jerry Rice isn't the greatest receiver of all time, he's number 2. But nonetheless, Jerry Rice went into every training camp with the mindset of I have to fight to make this team. I have to fight to make this team. After Pro Bowls, after Super Bowl wins, after Super Bowl MVP, he comes in with the mindset, I have to fight to make this team. Because last year don't mean jack. And what you do when you have players, when you have guys who don't keep track, don't keep score. Yes, last year we won a Super Bowl, but that was last year. What you get is the Patriots. What you get is the Patriots. For that 20-year run, that's what you get. Mind you, Tom won 6, lost 4, 5. Which means in his 20-year career, he was in the Super Bowl, average a Super Bowl every 2 years. You mean to tell me that they didn't have that same mindset of trying to prove themselves worthy, they went in. I'm telling you, my guy Marcus Sullivan, former Fenwick grad, former University of Illinois grad, played for the Bills for the majority of his career. For I think it's 4 or 5 years there. 1 year with the Giants and 1 year with the Patriots with Brady. And that's how it was. You're competing, and the mentality is Super Bowl or bust. Listen, let's get it crack-a-lacking. Let's get to the top of the morning. Let's do it. So at the 10 o'clock hour, we can talk a little bit of baseball. How my White Sox are going to... Never mind. I'm not going to talk smack until it's done. We're going to talk Crosstown Classic. And then the majority of the remainder of the 10 o'clock hour, I say a good 40 minutes, is going to be Bears. Okay? So let's get it crack-a-lack. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic, which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? You know, go on, stop playing. Don't even act like you don't even know. Like you ain't know. The Bears, baby, on Saturday. I know it's a preseason game, but we're all fired up to begin with. The Bears beat the brakes off the Cleveland Browns 34-10. Tyson Bagent got the start. 13 of 22, 169 yards, a tutty and a pick. 79.5 rating. Roschon Johnson led the Bears on the ground, 8 carries, 34 yards. Tell you something. Oh, come on, dude. What the fudge crackers? What the fudge crackers are you doing? I don't know what they're doing. Here we go. Caden Davis. White Lightning, that's what they call him. He had 4 catches for 88 yards. Jamree Croma, a guy I was very high on coming out of James Madison University last season, he led the way. What a day for that young man. 6 tackles, 3 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Beanie Bishop Jr., 2 tackles, 2, not 1, 2 picks in the game. Great day for the Bears. Most of the starters did not play on offense. A lot of the starters did not play on defense. Understandable. Bears, the next top of the morning topic. Where'd you go, psycho? There you go. The Bears play at Cincinnati on Saturday. This Saturday. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. Central. Oh, I didn't put, come on. Yeah, I thought so. Come on, silly guy. There we go. Here we go. The Bears play at Cincinnati on Saturday. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Fox 32 or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. Let's keep it moving. The next top of the morning topic, The good guys from the South Side, baby. Yeah. The White Sox sweep the Tigers after a 7-5 victory. Sean Burke got the start. Had a rough start. No decision. 4 in the third. 5 hits, 4 earned runs. That was the first time in 10 games he'd given up more than 2 earned runs. What a great streak. And when he didn't have his best stuff, the bats picked him up. As I said, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 punch-outs. Miguel Vargas was one of the perpetrators. He was 1 for 4 with a homer. His 28th of the season, driving in his 72nd RBI. Munetaka Murakami, another one of the perpetrators. He was 1 for 5 with a homer. He hit his 28th homer of the year, driving in his 56th and 57th runs of the year. And Drew Romo tied it up. No, I'm sorry. He didn't tie it. He brought it to 1. He brought it to 4-3. He was 1 for 4 with a homer. His 7th, driving in his 14th and 15th RBIs of the year. Big Drew Romo, love it. And that's the thing that's so great about this White Sox team that is awesome. You don't know who's going to step up. You don't know. It was Drew Romo. It was 4-1. It was 4-0. It was 3-0. White Sox got it back, got it 1. They got on the board, 3-1. Next inning, Detroit goes up. They get that 1 run back. They go up 4-1 to make it a 3-run lead again. Well, Drew Romo parks a 2-run homer into the bleachers in right, making it 4-3. After we tied it up, Munetaka Murakami hits a 2-runner, made it 6-4. They bring it to 6-5, and Miguel Vargas in the top of the 9th with a big blast. It's a high strike out of the zone. He takes that yard to give us the 7-5 lead. What a great, great day yesterday for the good guys. The next top of the morning topic, Cubs, man. Cubs struggled against the Cardinals. The Cubs fall to the Cardinals 11-4 yesterday at Wrigley. Miguel Cabrera, who just got off the IL, he got the loss. He's 5-5. He went 3 2/3, 6 hits, 7 earned run. Ouch. 3 free passes, 2 punch-outs. PCA 1 for 5, hitting his 28th homer of the year, driving in his 74th and 75th runs of the year. Miguel Amaya was 1 for 3, hitting his 5th homer of the year, driving in his 22nd RBI on the campaign. The next top of the morning topic, Crosstown Classic begins today. Crosstown Classic Northside edition begins today. First pitch is at 7:05 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network, the U, or the Marquee Network, or you can listen to it on the flagship station for the White Sox, ESPN 1000, or the flagship station of the Cubs, 104.3 FM. The probables for today's game for the good guys from the South Side. Luis Castillo's on the bump. He's 4-9 with a 4.96 ERA. He's going up against Shota Imanaga, who's 8-9 with a 3.74 ERA. Shota got an extra day. He got pushed back a day. And I wonder if it's because the White Sox hit righties really, really, really well. And they didn't want 3 righties in this series, so they pushed him back. Give him an extra day's rest, but also gives the White Sox a left-hander, hoping to give them a little more trouble. But the problem with Shota is Shota likes the long ball. He likes to give it up. And you know what? We got a lot of guys who like to hit long balls. No diddy. We got a lot of guys who like to go yard. So we'll see who wins the matchup today. I don't know, but I'm fired up. It's going to be good. The next top of the morning topic, just for you, Rick. just for you. My girls, the Chicago Sky, with a big win yesterday over the Golden State. I'm sorry, this is not the Golden State. The Seattle Storm, 82-80. King Booker World, you must have had a talk with your future ex-wife. She came to play, boy. 22 points, 13 rebounds. Natasha Cloud, 20 points, 8 rebounds. Courtney Vandersloot, 15, 5 and 5 in the winning effort. I see you, King Booker World. I give it that good loving. The Sky, next top of the morning, top of the Sky hosts the New York Liberty tomorrow at Wintrust Arena. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the U. What a game from Camila Cardoso. Wow. 22 points, 13 rebounds. That's the type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that we need on a night in and night out basis. Like, oh, the youngsters know what that song is. Changed it up a little to fit my narrative, but yes. That's what I need. We need out of Camila Cardoso every night. She needs to be a walking double-double. So whatever you said to her, King Booker World, keep it up. Whatever you did to her, King Booker World, keep it up. However you sent her off to the game, keep it up. Literally and figuratively. Patty Larry's checking in. Good morning, Ma. Says, happy House Music Monday at Theo Shawn. She must be watching with Jeremiah. And maybe Monica. Excellent, 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 excellent. The next topic, man, this one's tough. Baseball pitcher, former White Sox pitcher. Oh, Steve will put the wrong dates on there. Tommy John passed away yesterday at the age of 83. He was he was the first to have reconstructive surgery on his ulnar collateral ligament. If you don't know where the ulnar collateral ligament is, okay? If you don't know where that is, let me take this picture down for a second. It's on the inside of your arm. Ulnar collateral ligament is here. Okay? So just imagine curveball, the snap on the arm. Tennis, it's also called tennis elbow. Snap of the wrist with your tennis racket. Okay? Tommy John passed away at the age of 83. Dr. Frank Jobe. For those of us, I don't know, just nerds. Like I know who Frank Jobe is, not because of Tom. Well, I knew he did the Tommy John surgery, but he was a guy. He was an orthopedic surgeon He was a guy who did all the ACLs back in the 90s and early 2000s. Dr. Frank Jobe was the dude. When you had an ACL tear, Dr. Frank Jobe was the dude. Dr. Frank Jobe was the Dodgers team physician for a while. And what he did, they replaced the ligament with a tendon from his right forearm. And Dr. Frank Jobe gave the surgery a 100-to-1 odds of being successful. Well, since then, more than 2,600 big leaguers and thousands more amateurs have since had UCL reconstructions, better known as Tommy John surgery. It's been a godsend for many of the baseball's greatest stars. This is from Beth Harris from the AP in Sun Times today, AP sports writer. It's been a godsend for many of the baseball's greatest stars, including two-way sensation Shohei Ohtani, three-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, and even Philly slugger Bryce Harper. Tommy John recorded 2,245 strikeouts. He has the second most wins of any pitcher since 1900 not to be elected to the Hall of Fame. His record was 288 and 231 with a 3.34 ERA. He pitched for Cleveland, the White Sox, the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Angels, and the Oakland Athletics. Wow. So my freshman year at Holy Cross, when I just finished up, no, I was a senior at Rita. Because April. He was the opening day starter for the Chicago White Sox. No, the 89 Yankees. Okay. Yeah, the 89 Yankees opening day starter. He won 121 games before his UCL repair and 164 after. Wow. And this is the crazy part. This is wild. The procedure has become so widely known that in 2019, Merriam-Webster added the term to the dictionary. Tommy John surgery. That's crazy. Rest in peace to a guy who's has a name of a surgery after him. This surgery is so popular that people are getting it preemptively. Pitchers are, because what's happening is that a lot of people are coming back stronger. The way they reattach the ligament, the elbow is stronger. So you're getting a lot of kids, especially in high school, who will get preemptive Tommy John surgery. They'll replace that ligament with another ligament, make it stronger, so they take the Tommy John surgery out of the equation early. They don't want to have it set them back in college or the pros. So they're getting it done early, like in high school. So that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Like, Ma, Dad, I don't want to have this later in life, so let's do it now. And then your doctor has to support, your parents got to support it, your doctor's got to support it, and the insurance has to support it. Because I don't know how that works. You mean to tell me the insurance company is going to pay for a surgery that you don't need? They're going to cover a surgery that you don't need. I don't know. Well, listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, it is a shame he's not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. And I know he's got 200 and how many wins? $288 wins. But the fact that he had 164 after, that should have got him in. But listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll talk a little Crosstown Classic. We're going to talk a lot of Bears football. All right, so keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an
Do
emergency
you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Scrimmage is exceptional.
Watson on the handoff for Marshall, and Neville Gallimore is there. This is a big veteran body up front. Bears have 2 timeouts with which to work now. Bajan, floater, got Caden Davis in midfield. Out of bounds, clock stops.
They should feel they should be able to score at will.
Bajan's got one-on-one, back shoulder throw. What a play by Davis. He makes the catch with 28 seconds left.
Miraculous, unbelievable, stupendous, but ultimately we fell short. We got to go farther.
Savon Ahmed taking it on that check down. What a cutback.
Oh, wow.
Off of a foot injury, trying to make a name for himself. It's a touchdown for Savon Ahmed. On that 4th and short play, it'll be a run play. It'll be a stop for the Chicago defense yet again.
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of Fox. Those are the Bears on the lakefront Saturday. Man, my bill's all jacked up. I don't know. I think I had a bad hat. I noticed it a couple times, but it's really bothering me today. But anyway. See how to change my shirt. Bears Victory Monday shirt. Cannot forget that again. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. So, let's talk about this. Cubs Sox. Big game today. Big game today on the north side. It has big time playoff implications. Okay. We just talked about the Cubs being 5 games back. Okay. 5 games back from Milwaukee. Milwaukee playing tonight? Nope. So the Cubs need to win. Let's see. Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Tuesday's games. Yes. Seattle is at Milwaukee. Excuse me. I didn't look at the interleague games. How come we don't have that? Interesting. Anyway, Seattle's at. No, that's Tuesday, not today's games. Okay. So Milwaukee's off today. So the Cubs can gain a half a game. Brewers. Well, the White Sox are like, hold on, player. Hold on, player. Okay, because White Sox are 5.5 games in front of Detroit, 6 in front of Cleveland, 6 in front of Minnesota. Detroit's at Pittsburgh today. Atlanta's in Minnesota today. Detroit, Atlanta, Minnesota. Cleveland does not play today. Okay. But this is a great game because both teams are playing for something. Both teams are playing. The White Sox are looking to continue their streak, 3-game win streak. The Cubs are looking to end their 2-game losing streak. Get it? You know, the Cubs, you guys gained a game. In the last 10, you're 6-4. Milwaukee, they're 5-5. So you gained a game there. Good job. But this is going to be a battle of 2 good teams that are in very different places. You got a White Sox team that believes they can win every game. I think the sum is greater than the parts, but not for long with this White Sox team. The sum is greater than its parts, but not for long. All right, you're seeing Miguel Vargas. You're seeing Mune Murakami. You're seeing Colston Montgomery. You're seeing Chase Mydroff. You're seeing Sam Antonacci. You're seeing Tristan Peters. You're seeing Ryan Grichuk. You're seeing Drew Romo. Edgar Caro. And you're like, who? Exactly. Who? And that's who's winning these White Sox. Those are the guys who are consistently contributing. Who? Yes, those guys are consistently contributing. the Randall Grichucks, Tristan, the All-Star Tristan Peters, the Drew Romos. They're fighting to extend their major league careers. They're fighting to get a specific, to find a home in Major League Baseball. See, tonight you got Luis Castillo against Shota Imanaga. Imanaga's a lefty. Sox don't know who we're going with tomorrow, but it's against Kevin Gossman, the righty. Wednesday we don't know who we got against Clay Holmes. He's a righty. White Sox do very well against right-handed pitching, and again, the Cubs don't think they wanted to put out 3 right-handers in a row. The Cubs, although they have a better record than the White Sox, because the Cubs are 72-53, they're 19 games above 500. The White Sox are 62-58, 7 games above 500. Cubs are at a .576 winning percentage. The Sox are at .528. So, Cub fans, you can sit there and say, well, we had the best team in Chicago. Okay. I'll tell you who's the most exciting baseball team in Chicago. That's the good guys on the South Side. They're both good. You just happen to be in the division with the team with the best record in the National League. I'm sorry, the best record in baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers, because I still can't name, except for the Miz, William Contreras, and who's the other guy? Christian Yelich. Aside from those 3, I can't name you. I'm sorry, Vaughn, because he played for the White Sox. Aside from those guys, I can't name those 4 people. I can't name anyone else on that team. I think the White Sox are in a good spot. Well, they're both in a good spot. All right, Cubs, you're coming home. You've lost 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals. I shouldn't even say coming home. Cubs, you stay at home. You lost 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals. You want to right that ship. And the cool part about it is we can throw all the records out the window. When it's a Crosstown Classic, both records go out the window. But now both teams are good. That's the awesome part. Both teams are good. Will the White Sox continue to have multiple people step up and produce? Will the Cubs have their big boppers, their high-priced free agent signings, or the high-priced players, have them step up? PCA. You know, you Cubs, you lost your shortstop in Dansby Swanson. He's out for a while. He strained his oblique on a swing. Obliques, soft tissue injury. That's going to be day to day. You can go, depending on how. I'd say it's a good 3 weeks. Because the torque, everything is oblique. Everything is torque in baseball. If you're batting, you're swinging. If you're throwing the ball, you're swinging. Everything is torque. if you're running, you're swinging, you have to stabilize yourself with your abdominals, your obliques. So at least 3 weeks is what I'm saying. Dr. Shawn. Dr. Shawn says about 3 weeks, probably. But you have guys. You have guys. So who goes short for the Cubs? Does PCA stay hot? Does PCA continue on his MVP trajectory? Because he's having a hell of a year. He's got time. He's got to hustle. But he's well within the 40-40 range. He's well within becoming a 40-40 guy. 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases. He is in that group. He's close enough to get it. Seiya Suzuki. I mean, the Cubs got, I said it from jump, the Cubs got a great lineup. There's no easy out in that lineup. Can they put it together? Can the pitching hold up? Can Shota stop throwing gopher balls today? Because if he doesn't, some of these baseballs will be on Waveland, on Sheffield, or off the scoreboard in right. Can the Cubs keep the ball in the ballpark? That's going to either that or outslug the White Sox, and they can do it. The Cubs have the offensive firepower to go toe for toe, homer for homer with the White Sox. They have that power. Do you want to get into that type of game, though, with the White Sox? The White Sox, they have to continue playing the way they've been playing. That's all they have to do. Don't worry about hitting home runs. Worry about making contact. Worry about barreling up a baseball. That's what I need my White Sox to do. Because my White Sox, if they do that and they take the extra base, they play fundamentally sound. Hit the cutoff man. Go first to third on singles, especially singles to right. The White Sox have a good chance to take 2 out of 3. Maybe sweep. But if the Cubs can deal with, and you're right, Crooked Commish, forgot about Bregman. Bregman's hot. You guys have a lot of good players, Cub fans. I told you from Jump Street that lineup is formidable. Bregman's hitting. Seiya's hitting. PCA's hitting. Dansby started to hit until he got hurt. Nico Horner. Ian Happ. I don't even know if I mentioned PCA. I think I did. If I didn't, PCA. So you have talent. You got the bodies. You have the pitching. You have the pitching that's going to hold up. Pitching. This is as the game or as the season winds down, pitching becomes so much more important. In the playoffs, come on, we all know how important pitching is. You don't believe me? Go look at the 2005 White Sox. You know, it's the 21st anniversary of the White Sox winning the World Series. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. The South Side invades the North Side. It's going to be one heck of a series. We'll be able to talk. We'll put it to bed on Friday because I'm playing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'll do the show Wednesday morning. So Friday we'll be able to talk about it. See who gets bragging rights. The Cubs need to win 2 out of 3 to even the series. Sox win 2 out of 3. They win the series 4-2. But it's not just about city bragging rights. Both teams are fighting for jockeying position. The White Sox are trying to stay ahead of the rest of the division. The Cubs are trying to gain on Milwaukee. It's a big game for both. Switching gears. This Bear game was fun to watch. Really fun to watch. Okay. You know, I was anxious going into it. And I understand. You don't have to tell me that it's preseason. Tell a lot of these guys will be lucky to make the practice squad, or they'll be selling insurance next week or a couple of weeks. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, you still got to play who's in front of you. You still have to play to impress people. Jamari Chroma had a really nice game. All right. I like what he did. Big day for the young man. He's got a motor. 6 tackles, 3 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits. I like it. I think you earn some more reps next week or this Saturday. And I would really like to see what you can do against ones. I really can't wait to see what you do against ones. Because if you can get some consistent pressure on a starting left tackle or starting right tackle, depending on where they play, I'm going to be fired up. I'm going to be fired up because we're looking at Montez Sweat. Let me start on him. Austin Booker. Dayo Dengbo. And then excuse me, Jamari Chroma. That's a nice rotation. That's a nice rotation on the end because you got a guy in Sweat. I'll say it. Who had double-digit sacks last year. Then you got youngsters. You got Austin Booker where the motor doesn't stop. You got Dio Dengbo who's looking to live up to that big contract. Cornelius Squall says, Chroma looked like a new man physically. I think we may have something, Bears fans. Yeah, well, he was hurt. That's the thing. He was hurt. He looked very, let me tell you something. He looked like he was very svelte. He looked like he lost a lot of his, he wasn't chubby or pudgy like it seemed like he was last year. This dude seemed trimmed down and svelte. He reminded me of a little thicker Wilbur Marshall. No, did he? Just a little thicker Wilbur Marshall, just the way he looked. And he was wearing 59. Chico, Ron Rivera's old number, pretty close to 58. But the way he looked reminded me of Wilbur Marshall. Yes, Crooked Commish, he lost his baby fat. Yes, he did. Yes, I am, Doctor. He was one guy who stood out. The Vanilla Gorilla, Jordan Vandenberg from South Africa. He played well. Okay. The guy that surprised me. The guy that surprised me was James Lynch, kid out of Baylor. Number 97. He was disruptive. He was disruptive. I think Jordan Vandenberg had a nice game. But something happened and the white boy was making a play. I thought it was Jordan Vandenberg. But it wasn't 96. It was 97. James Lynch. That dude opened people's eyes. What he put on tape on Saturday, I'll take it. I'll take it. Crooked Commission asks, how many tip passes do we have for the line of scrimmage on defense? At least 3, maybe even 4. Well, let me tell you something. When Ben Johnson talks, we better listen. What did he say at the beginning of the year? Opening presser. And someone said, well, you know, you lost Nashawn Wright. You lost Kevin Byard. You didn't really add much. What are you going to do? He said, we're going to coach him up better. Remember that? He said, we're going to coach him up better. And bingo. Here's one aspect of it. Tipping passes at the line of scrimmage, causing an incomplete pass before the pass even gets across the line of scrimmage. Something we didn't see a lot of last year. Hopefully we see a little more this year. Cornelius is, man, he's really doubled down. He says, I'm telling you, the Bears' interior D-line is going to be a problem. It can be. Vandenberg, Dexter, Grady Jarrett, Loving. He played well too. The Bears have created exactly what they wanted, competition. Foster covers. I am less worried about the D-line than I was. Trevon might be out. I don't think he's out. But he's going to get pushed. King Booker World says, here's a crazy thing. Maybe Coach Johnson and crew know what they're talking about. Maybe. It's just not. It's hogwash. They don't have a coach who knows what they're talking about. Not here in Chicago on the lakefront. You know. Told us they're going to coach him up. They're going to coach better. So far, one preseason game, we've seen it. Doesn't mean it's going to be there the whole season. Doesn't mean it's going to be there Saturday. But there was a lot of great things from that defensive line. I was fired up about it. Cornelia said they're going to be a problem for pint-sized Kyler Murray and the immobile Jared Goff and Jordan Love. Yeah, they're going to be. Mr. Shorty checking in from the ATL says, finally, people understand why I didn't think we were going to draft a D end or a D tackle high. And again, don't forget, Shamar Turner is still coming. We're waiting to see what he can do. I'm excited to see what Shamar Turner can do. Because Shamar Turner gets in that D-line rotation. Look at that D-line rotation. Interior. Gervon Dexter. Brady Jarrett. Big Nev Galmore. More. Okay. Then on the edge, you have Sweat, Austin Booker, Dayo Dengbo, and maybe Jamari Chroma. Now, those names aren't household names, but it doesn't mean they're not good. Doesn't mean they can't be disruptive. Doesn't mean they can't get sacks. It means you don't know them yet. That's what that means. It means you don't know them yet. Foster Cover says, my friends in Minnesota said Lynch, James Lynch, the defensive tackle was talking, really never got a chance. He had pressure from DT and DN. So, here's some interesting news. The Bears have removed Ozzie Trapillo from the injured list, off the PUP list. Got a window. I doubt he's ready today, but I'm concerned. Are they bringing this kid back too fast? And I ask that because far be it from a GM to rush his player back because it's his player. He wants to save that. He wants to say that, hey, here's my guy. He's playing. Here's my draft pick. He's playing. So I'll tell you what, I was not happy with Jedrick Wills' performance. Not at all. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You're an All-American at Alabama, first-round draft pick, starter in the NFL, and you got to fight your way back, and you don't fight your way back? Cornelius says, shoot, do they have household names on Seattle's D-line? No, they don't. King Booker Will says, let him practice. Ramp him up and hold him until week 8. Black Diamond says, they just cleared him, not throwing him out there before he's ready, Shawn. No need for concern. I don't know, bro. Again, my thought, this is your draft pick, Ryan Poles. You want him out there. You want him contributing. I was talking to Steve-O before the show as he's getting all the clips and everything together. And I said, here's the dilemma. First of all, he's got to get cleared by the doctors. That's for starters. Okay? But doctors are employed by the Bears. So will the Bears say, hey, this guy needs to be out here as soon as possible? Will that put any pressure on the doctors to say, okay, get out there? I don't know. I just hope they're not bringing this kid back too soon. But I also know at 22, 23, the way you heal is a lot faster than my age. But this is going to be, wow. If Ozzy can get healthy, or I might have to get off the Jedrick Wills train. I'll tell you what, after the second game, if you don't impress me, you're done, Jedrick, for me, in my eyes. I was rooting for you. Cornelius says, I thought Karan had a good game. I did too. I didn't hear his name once, and most of the pressure on our quarterbacks was coming up the middle. Yeah, I thought Karan and Magaji had a good game. I think he had a better game than Jedrick Wills. I want Wills to win. I want Wills to win this job. I'm going to keep it a buck and let you know what I see. Foster covers Shawn. Us ancients take forever to heal. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't Mickey Ficky lying. Yeah, King Booker Will says, Black Diamond says he looks slow. I'm talking about Jedrick. There was one play, he just got off slow. He had a tight end to his side, and he had a defensive end on a pass rush. There's a sack he gave up. He got off slow. He didn't kick step at the snap of the ball. It was hike, and then he went. That hesitation between hike and that time right there is a burst. A good defensive lineman, it's going to be his burst, and you're not going to be able to get him. And Jedrick wasn't able to get him. So he did look slow. He did look, I don't know. I think the Jedrick Wills experiment is coming to an end really, really, really fast. I hope for his sake it doesn't end on Saturday. I hope not. King Booker World. Off topic. Y'all see Jackson Dart caught the Goldberg? He'll be out of the league by 2030. People were like, who was it? My guy, Ben. No, Damani from the Smoke Fella said that was a spear. I'm like, no. From what I saw, I thought he put his face mask up. He turned his head to the side. hit him with his shoulder, turned his head back to the side. It wasn't a spear. And then it saw on Facebook, on Twitter, I'm sorry, internet is undefeated. Had the clip, it says Jack Dart got the MAGA knocked out of him. Oh, man. That was hilarious. Case Keenum did a really good job yesterday marching that backup unit down for 2 tutties. I don't know if he's going to take over the number 2 job over Bajent. 1, the contract. But 2, somebody mentioned here in the thread, in the chat, and said, what was it? Oh goodness, this is the beginning. Let me see. Trying to find what it said. Okay, I can't find it. So, that's all right. We got pressure from the D line. We had big plays made by the DBs. We had nice runs by the running back. This offense looks good. Again, I understand it was Cleveland, the first preseason game, but they get paid too. They're trying to make the team just like a lot of the Bears who played this weekend are trying to make the team. It is imperative that you take this with a grain of salt. Please do. It's got probably not going to. No disrespect to them. No, King Bookerwell said, no, Cleveland had their first out there. I ain't trying to hear if they had lost. We would never hear the end of it. No, I would have said it's. And Cleveland did have a lot of their starters out, which is cool. So you got a much better barometer defensively than offensively. Yeah, Jared Verse was out there. So the Bears had to face a lot of the ones for Cleveland, and they still dominated. Man. How many sacks does he have? Nice. Cornelia said, my nephew was so excited that called me from Arizona to tell me the Bears are a well-coached team. Bears just aren't used to that. No, we're not. Bears fans are not used to it. And it's a phenomenal thing to watch when you have a good coach running the program. Somebody smart once said coaching matters. And it's imperative. It's imperative. We're seeing it with the White Sox. We saw it with the Bears last year. We're seeing with the Cubs. Even though they're in second place, they're still 21 games over 500. But it's great to see our team so disciplined. Great to see our team so focused. Great to see our team doesn't make silly mistakes that extend drives. I saw Coach Jay smile more Saturday than the entire time he's been here. Because they're starting to get the offense, and they're putting up points. The Plankster, as the wise man once said, hashtag coaching matters. Yes, he did. Very savvy old man. The reports of Kyle Monangai getting carried off on a cart after someone said a skirmish, a scuffle with Grady Jarrett, and it wasn't that. Brad Biggs said he just got tangled up. They didn't have shells on or anything, just their helmets. He just got tangled up in someone's feet. I hope that's all that happens. I hope that's all that happens to Kyle Monangai. We can't afford to have that dude. You know? Kyle Monangai is 700 plus yards rushing last year. Great in pass pro. Great out of the backfield. What a change of pace runner from our starter, DeAndre Swift. But according to all reports, and some of them do play doctor, Kyle Monangai avoided injury. Big time. He's big time. So for him not to miss any time in the regular season is going to be huge. I really like this run game. So the third running back, whoever's going to be, you probably won't get a lot of touches, but just be there. This run game is going to set up this pass game. This pass game is going to go to another level. I think Caleb smashes, just obliterates 4,000 yards this year, 4,200. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson seems to be the same Ben Johnson that we saw since we signed him. A little brash, a little cocky, but damn, does he mean what he says. Damn, does he follow through on what he says. I'm looking forward to him this year because now he can have fun with Caleb. He can, he's like, you got this. They're starting to speak the same, see the same thing on tape. He may say, hey, listen, if you see something, take it. That's going to be something awesome. That's going to be something awesome when you see Caleb. And you might not even know it unless Coach Johnson talks about it in the postgame or Caleb talks about it in the postgame where he saw something, he took it, and it worked for a touchdown. I'm still surprised people are talking about the fact that, wow, last year they were having false starts, legal procedure penalties. People are learning a new offense. So as you go through a year, you're going to eliminate a lot of the problems. All right? You're not going to wonder who you have to block. You're going to know who you have to block, which allows you to get off the ball that much quicker. Because if you're an offensive lineman, you have the advantage. You know when the ball is, what count the ball is on, unlike the D lineman. No, I don't, King Booger World. That's just funny. King Booger World says, I want to see that first sideline argument between Caleb and Coach J so they unleash on whoever they're playing that day. I get it. I get it. The wide receiver core is going to be interesting. We asked the question before, who's the number one? I asked the question, do we really need a number one? That's my question. Because who was I texting yesterday? I know I spoke with someone. I can't think of it. I'm trying to find it. You know. Yeah, I can't think of. But these wide receivers, I'm excited about them because Rome Odunze has something to prove. A top 10 pick. Had a rough first 2 years, and then last year, first year. Yeah. And last season starts off with leading the NFL in touchdowns after 3 or 4 games, and he gets hurt. He's one of those guys that's going to be focused. I'm telling you right now. Luther Burden. That dude is just a dog. That dude is just a straight up player from the Himalayas. And you got Colston. One of the things I said, though, was like they added speed. They added Khalif Raymond. They added Xavier Thomas. They're going to do what Green Bay and a lot of other teams do. Clear it out, and here comes a shallow crosser running away from a person, put the ball in their hands, catch them in stride, and they pull away from said person. The more I'm counting the days. I'm counting the days. 5 days left. 5 days left. A little over because it's going to be 6 o'clock at night. 5 days left. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Because if the Bears continue to run the ball, and Caleb lives off that play action, first of all, the run game is going to go huge. The passing game is going to be predicated off that. So now you're handing the ball off, pulling it, and now you're going to have tons of times downfield because most defensive backs have come up, or linebackers have come up, thinking it's a run. So you create a gap. That second gap between the linebackers and DBs is going to be very, very big. That's where your youngsters, your speedsters come in. Give me a cross, go up the sideline, stay healthy. Because who I was talking to, I said, they asked me about Caleb, like, oh, this is great. I was like, not yet. It's not great yet. He's not great yet. He's got to do this over a specific period of time. 1 year does not make a career. Not in this industry. So we'll see. But it's going to be one heck of a game Saturday. It's going to be one heck of a game tonight at Wrigley up north. If you're down, stop at my buddy Eddie's output. He's got a 3720 North Clark. Right kitty corner from the gas station. Not gas station, the parking. Go check out the Sox Cubs tonight. Output Wrigleyville. If you don't want to go to the game. So, but listen, 2 hours is coming and gone. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Great stuff. Make sure you listen 12:15, Second City Sports with Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown. Do not forget, do it. Do it. Do it. Go get your Sports Zone Chicago swag. All right, if you're watching this on your laptop, take your phone, hit the QR code. It'll take you right to SportsZoneChicago.com. All right, it'll take you right to SportsZoneChicago.com. SportsZoneChicago.com. Get your swag. Bears Victory Monday shirt, which I'm wearing now. Sports Zone Chicago shirts, hats, hoodies, quarter zips, FGB hats, T-shirt, Coaching Matters hats. T-shirts. Get all that stuff. Get it ready for the season. Get all your stuff, all the gear. Do it. All right, folks, listen, I got to bounce. Bounce, baby, bounce, baby, bounce, baby, bounce. But I will see you on Wednesday. Remember, 12:15, Sydney and Lakina on Second City Sports. Another 2-hour conversation of Chicago sports. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great day. Let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. Remember that. Okay? It's promised to no one. Make memories. I got to get out of here. I have this week I have a lot of work to do, a lot of admin stuff I need to do. All right? A lot of admin stuff. So, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. It's going to be a nice day today. Let me double check. High of 77. High of 79 here in Orland Park. High of 80 degrees. Beautiful day. Get out there, enjoy it if you can. Make memories with your people. Plankster says, thank you, Shawn. Great show, Bears fam. Have a great day. FGB, bear down. Bear down. Patty Lara, bear down. Foster Covers. Have a great week, everyone. Stay safe. Peace. Deuce. Cool. Listen, again, I got to go. I got a schedule I got to keep. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. So from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. But your boy is out.
Come on, race the race. Get ready for the top and answer the drop.